alofa, faka alofa lahiatu, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pisa Leatawa, and I am thrilled to welcome you to Long Beach City College's 2026 State of the College Address. It is my pleasure to kick off our program with Mariachi Los Vikingos de LBCC, a performance group comprised of students from the inaugural mariachi class here at LBCC. Having just completed their fall semester, they have already taken part in events across campus. Today, they are joined by Folklorico Dance Group. Folklorico Revolucion is a collaborative performance under the direction of Professor Angela Romero, instructor of LBCC's Music Department Mariachi class. Performing 3 folk classic songs, here are Mariachi Los Vikingos de LBCC, accompanied by Folklorico Revolucion. applause for Mariachi Los Vikingos de LBCC and Folklorico Revolucion. Our next speaker is Uduak Joe Untuk, President of the Board of Trustees, a dedicated elected official who has been a steadfast advocate for education, equity, and opportunity across Long Beach. President Untuk is serving his second term on the Long Beach Community College District Board, representing North Long Beach since 2018. He has taught engineering courses at Long Beach State, served 2 terms on the college's Personal Commission, and is a member of the LBCC Alumni Hall of Fame. He is a proud third-generation graduate of Long Beach City College. He earned his Associate of Arts degree in Liberal Arts at LBCC, which opened doors for him to further his education and pursue a career in energy. He went on to earn energy degrees from Cal State Long Beach, Go Beach, and University of Southern California. Experiences that shaped his commitment to expanding access to higher education for all students. Beyond his work at LBCC, President Untuk is a nationally recognized energy and environmental expert with professional experience in both the public and private sectors. But his commitment to education goes beyond the classroom. He has championed statewide initiatives that support student success in STEM education, dual enrollment, and innovative workforce development programs that prepare our students for the jobs of tomorrow. Please welcome Board President Uduak Joe Untuk.
Everyone, welcome. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Long Beach City College. Thank you for the warm introduction from our student trustee, Leah Tawa. She's California's first student trustee with Pacifica descent in the history of our college. On behalf of the Long Beach City College Board of Trustees, I'd like to welcome each of you to this year's State of the College, and thank you for making the time to be here on our campus. Before I get started, I'd like to make a few brief reflections, but it's also important to recognize our many elected officials, community leaders, and stakeholders with us today. So I'm gonna call some folks' names off, but I ask if we can hold the applause until the end. I do have my fellow trustee members here with us. Vice President of the Board, Dr. Annette Morton. I have Trustee Dr. Virginia Baxter, Trustee Vivian Ma'alulu, Trustee Sunny Zia. Our former trustee, Herlinda Chico, is with us. From the City of Long Beach, Vice Mayor Roberto Urenga, City Prosecutor Doug Halbert, City Auditor Laura Dow, my favorite councilwoman, Tanua Thrash Untuk. From the City of Lakewood, maybe one day it'll be Long Beach. City of Lakewood, Councilmember David Arello. The City of Signal Hill, Vice Mayor Charlie Honeycutt. Our friends from the Long Beach City College School Board, Board President Diana Craighead, Board Member Doug Otto. And from the Bellflower Unified School District, Board Vice President Brad Critchfield. We give them a round of applause now. We do also have representatives from a few offices. From the Office of Congresswoman Nanette Barragan, Sean Kearns. From the Office of Congressman Robert Garcia, Jack Cunningham. From the Office of State Senator Lena Gonzalez, Abigail Mejia. From the Office of Assemblymember Mike Gibson's office, Maya Douglas. From LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn's office, Jeanette Christian. From the Mayor of Long Beach's office, Jeff Williams and Connor Locke. From City Councilwoman Megan Kerr, Robert Olarte. From Councilwoman Thrash Untuk's office, Franbert Calderon. From Councilwoman Suli Sarlo's office, Chork Nim. And from the Water Replenishment District, Area 3, Shane Hardy. Please give them a round of applause. We also have a few of our Long Beach City College officials from our Long Beach Community College District Personnel Commission, Robin Gordon Peterson, and from Long Beach Community College District Citizens Oversight Committee, Summer Temple. Give them a round of applause. And last, we have a special guest, former Assembly member Tom Calderon is with us as well. Please give Tom a warm welcome. Now, is there anyone from any elected office I may have missed that arrived afterwards? All right, seeing and hearing none, we'll move on. I do hear we have some students in the house tonight. Is that true? Especially, I think our student athletes are here as well. I want to give a quick shout out to our student athletes. This past year, they broke a record, increased the average GPA to 3.0 for all student athletes. Congratulations, thanks for being here. When I think of where we are as a college right now, the phrase that comes to mind to me the most is rising to meet the challenge. Not as a headline, but as an institutional responsibility. We're operating in a moment that requires equity, focus, and fiscal discipline like no other. Like all community colleges across California, we are navigating enormous budget pressures. We're also responding to the evolving needs of today's students. And yet, when I look at Long Beach City College, here is what I see. I see a resilient college. That resiliency is something I understand personally. I may have shared to you that my dad originally wanted to name me Uduak. My mother wanted to name me Joe. They compromised and put a hyphen in the middle, Uduak Joe. So I'm the child of compromise. But growing up in North Long Beach, it was a large, multiracial, multinational, low-income family. Learning and education was prioritized in our house, but also we needed to learn to navigate different worlds, different identities, and find common ground and be resilient in our everyday activities. I'm also a proud Long Beach City College alumni. I know firsthand that access to community college can change the trajectory of one's life, and it certainly did for me. Like many students, my path was not linear, and opportunity was never guaranteed. I was a student athlete, a teen parent, an engineering major. I cobbled together Pell Grants and scholarships to make it through from semester to semester. These perspectives have informed my policy approach on the board, seeking to reduce barriers, be inclusive of different viewpoints, and have common sense policy outcomes that are making a path for our students easier. What makes a difference for me was the access to education, to have support, to have great teachers and counselors, and be in a community like Long Beach City College. I want to give a shout out to my former counselor, Yolanda Padilla, did an outstanding job, still here with the college. And my former speech professor, Dr. Roger Van Hook, helped me get ready for speaking like today. These experiences continue to ground my service on the board and my belief in this institution, that any student who's willing to invest in themselves, that we are here for you. I'm proud to give back to the place that's given so much to me and my family, but also to our community over the decades. From a board president's perspective, rising to meet the challenge means remaining focused on what matters most, our students, especially in this constrained environment we're in today. It means prioritizing course completions, transfer rates, graduation, and preparing students to obtain living wage jobs. These are not abstract goals. These are commitments to our students, to their families, and to the future of our overall community. Over the past year, our board has taken several decisive actions centered on equity and outcome for our students. These actions not only reflect the policy decisions, but also a visible way that we affirm our identity as a college, that you belong here, and we have pride in our campus. Last year, Long Beach City College became the first institution in the city of Long Beach to fly the Pan-African flag during Black History Month. It underscores our commitment to equity for all of our students and the community. We also initiated the board policy that led to Long Beach City College becoming one of California's first Black serving institutions, reflecting years of intentional effort and institutional commitment to the largest Black student population in higher education that we have in the city. And the board worked together to extend our community and student workforce agreement. It helps us continue to prioritize hiring of local students and veterans to make sure that the construction jobs here on campus are done by the workforce here in Long Beach. It's a way to reinvest in our community and build our workforce of the future. The board also took some additional actions to do our first two student housing projects. It's an essential investment to transform our college to address one of our longest standing systemic barriers for housing insecurity and homelessness of some of our students. One of the projects is going to be located in North Long Beach in my area. I proudly represent. We have faced historic underinvestment and access and investment. It's located just steps from the Michelle Obama Library and the North Long Beach Higher Education Center. This housing project represents not just proximity, but about equity, stability, and meeting students where they are. It's a broader understanding of housing and education must work together to support persistence, completion, and overall student success. These housing units are going to be for students with families. This is part of our pro-parenting policy agenda the board has adopted. We also will have 400 units here on campus that will be more dorm style. So we'll make sure that we have space for all different types of our students. None of this happens alone. It happens through collaboration amongst trustees, faculty, staff, administrators, students, and our community partners, working together in the best interest of the students we serve. Looking ahead, being resilient means that we have hard choices to make in the near future, but we will work together in the best interest of the overall institution and for our students. Through collaboration, staying grounded in our values, and keep it a student-focused in our everyday decision-making, we can meet these challenges and emerge stronger together. Our program today will highlight some of our recent awards by the institution, some success stories from our students, how we reach out to our rural students on Catalina Island, updating some of our new accelerated course offerings, talk about our innovative student parking program, and naming recognitions that we had over the last year. But much more to say, and here to deliver our 2026 State of the College is our leader whose vision and equity focus and deep commitment to our students continues to move our institution to the next level. Please join me in welcoming our Long Beach City College Superintendent, Dr. Michael Munoz.
Good afternoon, LBCC. How we feeling? Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being the people that bring the energy and the heart that make Long Beach City College such a special place. Speaking of energy, let's do a quick vibe check. When I say LB, you say CC. LB? CC. LB? CC. I think we can do a little better. Let's try that one more time. When I say LB, you say CC. LB? That's what's up. This is awesome. Thank you so much. This college exists because of you, and it thrives because of you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Before we go any further, I want to recognize the leadership of our illustrious Board of Trustees. Their stewardship, accountability, and vision ensures that Long Beach City College remains focused on access, equity, and outcomes, while being responsible with public resources and responsive to community needs. Please join me in thanking our Board of Trustees. It is an honor to welcome our elected officials, educators, business and labor leaders, nonprofit partners, neighbors, and friends of the college to the Bob and Barbara Ellis Auditorium. I also want to recognize the many members of our campus community who are here with us today, our students, faculty, classified professionals, administrators, and members of my cabinet. This space we are in represents what Long Beach City College stands for: community investment, generosity, and a shared belief that education changes lives. This building carries the names of two people whose commitment to this college and to the Long Beach community helped shape who we are today. It's fitting that we gather here to reflect on the state of our college and the work we are doing together. And if she is here today, I want to recognize Barbara Ellis for her continued support of LBCC. Can we give Barbara a big round of applause? Thank you, Barbara. I also want to express my sincere appreciation to our sponsors, our President's Circle, and our community partners who invest in this institution. Your support helps us do what community colleges do best: open doors, strengthen the workforce, and create opportunity at scale. It's hard to believe this is my 5th State of the College address. Each year, this moment becomes more meaningful because the role of community colleges and the impact of Long Beach City College in particular has never been more important. And the truth is, because of the undue pressure imposed by the current federal administration, this past year has been a difficult year for many of our students and their families. They have navigated rising costs, economic uncertainty, legitimate concerns about whether basic needs and supports that they rely on will continue, and worst of all, fear for their own safety as they try to better their lives through education. That reality shaped our work this past year, and it strengthened our resolve to show up for students in every way we could. Last November, when federal delays put food assistance at risk, we acted quickly. We stepped in using one-time California lottery funds, providing more than $450,000 in emergency grants to 3,040 students with the greatest need. Thank you. To give you a greater sense of scope and impact of our Basic Needs Office, we had more than 86,000 visits through our Viking Vault this last academic year. Big shout out to our Basic Needs Office and the work they do in supporting our students. Over the summer, as ICE activity increased in Long Beach and surrounding cities, we communicated directly with our campus community and launched a dedicated resource website to ensure students and families had accurate information and support. We distributed red cards in multiple languages with information about how to respond if confronted by ICE. And we created limited zone spaces that students can access which aren't legally accessible to federal agents, and developed a comprehensive website with access to resources for undocumented community. At LBCC, we reaffirm our unwavering commitment to maintaining a safe, inclusive, and welcoming environment for every member of our community, especially our undocumented students and families with mixed immigration status. See, folks, our message to our students is simple. You belong here, and we will continue to safeguard your rights to the best of our ability. Now, as we move into the heart of my message today, I want to assure you one thing. Long Beach City College is the community college of the future. Not because it's a catchy phrase that sounds good, but because it's how we respond to real challenges facing real people right now. LBCC understands the connection between education, economic mobility, and community well-being. Looking back at 2025, there is no better place to start than with a national recognition that validated our efforts and confirmed that we are moving in the right direction. This past year, Long Beach City College received the prestigious American Association of Community Colleges Award of Excellence for advancing institutional equity and belonging. This is the most esteemed national honor a community college can receive, widely regarded as the equivalent of the Oscars for community college excellence. That's right. It recognizes something that we have been very intentional about at LBCC. You cannot meaningfully talk about enrollment, persistence, completion, or workforce outcomes without first addressing whether students feel like they matter and belong. Because when students belong, they persist. And when they persist, they complete. And when they complete, communities flourish. Under this framework, LBCC has achieved historic outcomes. A 43-point increase in students' sense of belonging, jumping from 49% in 2021 to a whopping 92% just 2 years later. A 50% increase in 3-year completion rates. And the closing of long-standing racial equity gaps in transfer-level English and math. And behind these outcomes is real growth. In 24-25 academic year, Long Beach City College served 39,925 students. That's just 75 students short of 40,000, y'all. We're gaining on you, Long Beach State. This is a record high enrollment, the largest class in our nearly 100-year history. That's right. This represents a 3% increase over the prior year and a 15% increase over the last 2 years. At a time when so many colleges across the state and locally are struggling with enrollment, more students are choosing Long Beach City College than ever. And that speaks to the trust, the relevance, and the results we deliver. This award reflects a college that understands its role not just as an educational institution, but as a cornerstone of this community. That responsibility extends beyond our 2 campuses. It also includes Catalina Island, where LBCC continues to ensure that students in Avalon have access to education, support, and opportunity, just like students on the mainland. Now let me share a brief look at how we are serving students across our full service area.
Hi, I'm Dr. Annette Morton here on Catalina Island visiting with our Avalon High School students for College Promise Dual Enrollment Day. In partnership with Long Beach City College, the Long Beach College Promise, and Avalon High School came together for a day built on partnership and possibility. From personalized college orientation to hands-on enrollment support, LBCC was there every step of the way. At Long Beach City College, supporting our community means showing up, building connections, and helping students see that their future is full of possibility. LBCC, committed to students, committed to the future.
What you just saw on Catalina Island reflects something happening across our entire service area. Over the last 5 years, LBCC has significantly expanded dual enrollment, giving high school students the opportunity to earn college credit before they graduate. Dual enrollment is not just about access, it's about momentum, and it's about helping young people confidently see themselves as college students much earlier. Over the last 4 years, our dual enrollment growth has been extraordinary. Enrollment has more than doubled in the last 5 years, from 1,486 students in 2021 to 3,222 students in 2025. And this is mind-boggling. Our dual enrollment students achieved an 86% course success rate in 24-25, surpassing our overall college-wide success rate. That growth reflects intentional partnerships and a shared belief that college opportunity should begin earlier. I want to take a moment to recognize our partners at the Long Beach Unified School District, whose collaboration makes this work possible. Thank you to Superintendent Dr. Jill Baker, Brian Moskowitz, Edward Samuels, and the LBUSD Pathways and Business Engagement Team. Can we give them a round of applause? I also want to offer a special thank you to Dr. Jill Baker, who has announced her retirement at the end of this academic year. Dr. Baker, your years of dedicated service, your leadership within the Long Beach College Promise, and your close collaboration with Long Beach City College have left our entire community stronger and better. On behalf of LBCC, we wish you all the very best in your next chapter. I know LBUSD Board President Diana Craighead and Board Member Doug Otto are with us today, so thank you for your leadership and continued partnership. I also want to give a special shout out to our own LBCC team, Lupe Pasillas, Lulo Amante, and the dedicated faculty and staff who contribute daily to our dual enrollment success. What you see on the screen represents who are using dual enrollment to earn college credit for free while still enrolled in high school. They are accelerating their journey to achieving their degree and reducing the cost of college. Dual enrollment helps students start early, but for many students, especially those who are first generation or from historically underserved communities, starting early isn't enough. They also need sustained support, mentorship, and someone walking alongside them every step of the way. That's where programs like Upward Bound come in. Trio works, y'all. I want to share a story that captures exactly why this work matters. Anuska and Natalia Ortiz are the daughters of immigrant parents who work tirelessly to give their children opportunities they never had. Through Upward Bound, they gained academic support, mentorship, and exposure to what is possible. One is now at Harvard, the other is at USC, preparing for graduate school. Their story reminds us that talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. Community colleges play a huge role in closing that gap. Now let's take a moment to hear their incredible story.
I am currently a senior at USC studying health promotion disease prevention studies, which is basically public health.
I am a senior at Harvard studying biochem and math. My name is Anuska Ortiz, and I am a current graduate of Upward Bound at LBCC.
My name is Natalia Ortiz. I am a first-generation college student.
I found out about Upward Bound through my Poly High School College and Career Center.
You know, my sister and I applied, and we got the interview.
I met Natalia and Anuska 7 years ago. I could just tell they were hungry to learn and that they had high aspirations, but not necessarily the tools and knowing how to get to that next step.
There was a lot of workshops. We got to meet a lot of friends and people who had the same vision of going to college and being the first in their families to do so.
Because I truthfully believe that without this program here at LBCC through Upward Bound, that I wouldn't be in the same space that I am now.
In Upward Bound, we do lots of college visits. So a student that's in the program over the course of 4 years might visit between 20 and 30 colleges. And that in itself is life-changing.
I wasn't sure about applying to any like Ivies or anything, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna apply to USC, why not? I really didn't think I was gonna get in until I got in, but I didn't realize the magnitude of what that meant until the next day, and I thought, I was like, this is like the moment where I can really do something different for my family.
It's the connections, it's the network that a program like TRIO that has been in existence for 60 years. It's an extensive network of low-income first-gen students. We do a lot with parental involvement. Our families are also invited to financial aid nights. They're invited on college visits.
Oh God, I was so scared. I was really, really nervous. You know, going to a big university with such a prestigious name, just walking along campus, it kind of reinforces that kind of feeling of like I did something big to be here and I worked hard. The support of my family and of Upward Bound.
Being first gen at college, at least at Harvard, it's something that to me it feels like, wow, like I'm so fortunate to be here. And then I wonder how many people who look like me, who have been in the same spaces as I have stepped into this room.
Part of Anuska's family feeling comfortable having Anuska to go to Harvard is because I'm from the East Coast and I was able to connect her with my alumni there, my family there, and they were very clear in telling me that if it were not for those kind of connections, that they would not have allowed their daughter to go 3,000 miles away to Harvard University.
My time at Harvard is aside spent from academics. I have a job as a course assistant, and I'm very grateful for the experience and the chance to be one of the students that were gifted by LBCC and Upward Bound to have a shot at, educating myself and making that upward positive trajectory for my family for the rest of the generations to come.
To LBCC and to Upward Bound, I'm just eternally grateful and I'm always going to be thankful for them.
Wow. Anuska returned to Harvard earlier this month, and we're really hoping Natalia and her parents could join us today. I know Natalia had a class at until 3 p.m., but guess what? She made it. So Natalia, can you please stand up so we can recognize you? Fight on. And also, can we have our parents stand up as well? We need to acknowledge this wonderful parents. Por favor, señor, señora. And Wendy, would you please stand to be recognized as well? Stories like these remind us what's possible when students are supported. Long Beach City College is also responding to the needs of working adults, people balancing jobs, families, and schools, people who need us to help them navigate systems that were never designed for their busy lives. That commitment is reflected across our adult education programs. In the past year alone, adult education enrollment increased by 10%, reaching its highest level since 2010. These tuition-free programs are helping adults build skills, improve economic stability, and re-enter education on their terms. The Accelerate program was built with those adult learners in mind. Accelerate offers shorter, flexible courses with strong faculty and counseling support. And the results speak for themselves. Our first cohort achieved an astonishing 86% graduation rate, with students completing their program in just 17 months. For those who chose to transfer, they did successfully. For others, graduation itself was the goal, and they achieved it. That's what happens when we design education around real people and real responsibilities. It's exactly that kind of innovation our workforce and our community need. This amazing work is powered by outstanding faculty and staff. LBCC is home to nationally and internationally renowned faculty. Last year, LBCC professor Carolyn Castaño received a Guggenheim Fellowship, one of the most significant honors in the arts. Her recognition places Long Beach City College among the nation's leading institutions for creative and academic excellence. Professor Castaño, will you please stand and be recognized? LBCC was also recognized statewide for its leadership in supporting student parents, receiving the California Student Parent Summit Award in the Implement category. Let's hear it for our student parent work and efforts, y'all. In addition, the Campaign for College Opportunity honored Long Beach City College in 2 categories, recognizing our total number of associate degrees for transfer and highlighting LBCC as a statewide leader in supporting Black students in earning these degrees. And that leadership is being recognized beyond California. Success at LBCC is shaped through many pathways, including athletics. Our coaches are also educators and mentors, and that leadership and care was on full display this year. Our women's water polo team won back-to-back state championships. While Coach Megan Martinez and Coach Jorge Reyes were named South Coast Conference Coaches of the Year in softball and soccer, respectively. Here is a short video that captures the culture of care surrounding our student athletes every day.
At Long Beach City College, greatness is built day by day, rep by rep. Here, a championship mindset is shaped in competition and in the classroom.
Our athletes learn that being a Viking means competing with heart, leading with integrity, and never backing down from the challenge. We've built a championship culture that pushes our athletes, coaches, and programs to reach their highest potential. We don't just build teams, we build champions.
Because success isn't just measured in wins, but in every class passed.
For the first time in LBCC history, our athletic department has achieved a 3-year, 3.0 department GPA across all sports, the highest academic mark we've ever reached. Through our game plan wraparound support service system, our scholar athletes are proving that excellence starts in the classroom. At LBCC, we don't choose between academics and athletics, we lead in both.
Our coaches don't just train athletes, they develop leaders, seeing potential long before the scoreboard does.
As LBCC coaches, we show up for our players like family, with tough love, open arms, and in a belief in who they're becoming. We support them on the field and off the field, reminding them their worth isn't in wins, but in character, resilience, and how they lift each other up.
LBCC stands behind its student athletes, providing the support and culture where teams rise together.
The dedication you just saw is the same dedication that shows up in our classrooms, counseling offices, and support centers across LBCC. In the 2024-2025 academic year, Long Beach City College awarded 2,648 degrees, the most in our history and a 6.2% increase over the previous year. That means more students completing college, more families benefiting from education, and more qualified talent entering our regional workforce. These honors reflect a college that delivers results and demonstrates what happens when we address achievement gaps with genuine care and concern. And we are seeing this progress equitably. Degree completion for Black and African American students increased by 17% compared to last year. A meaningful step forward in our commitment to closing opportunity gaps and ensuring success is shared. And this progress didn't happen by chance. It reflects intentional choices, not only in policy and practice, but in how we show up for our students. That same commitment guided our HBCU caravan last October. We set a goal of reaching 200 students. Instead, we more than doubled that number, connecting hundreds of students, thank you, hundreds of students to historically Black colleges and universities and expanding their sense of what is possible. And that work reflected in both action and visibility has now been formally recognized. I am proud to say that LBCC has been officially designated as a California Black Serving Institution. That makes LBCC one of only 31 institutions statewide selected across UCs, CSUs, California community colleges, and independent universities. At LBCC, equity is not an initiative. It's part of our institutional identity. This designation honors the work we have done and challenges us to deepen our commitment to Black student excellence, faculty and staff representation, wellness, and belonging. And that focus has to show up not just in our academic programs and services, but in what we build. Last year, we officially broke ground on Building E, a major investment representing the next phase of modernization at Long Beach City College. The Building E College Center will be a welcoming space where every student can find connection, community, and support all under one roof. As a public institution, we take stewardship seriously, especially when it comes to addressing the real barriers standing between students and their academic success. One of the biggest barriers students facing is housing insecurity. You may remember last year, I spoke about student housing as a vision, something we were planning, designing, and advocating for. Today, that vision is one step closer to becoming a reality. What you're seeing behind me is a conceptual fly-through of our future student housing at the Liberal Arts campus located at the corner of Clark and Lou Davis Street. This project will bring 431 new beds to our campus, providing safe, affordable housing for students balancing school, work, and family responsibilities. I also want to acknowledge that often comes up when community colleges talk about housing. For many people, the image of a community college is still that of a commuter campus. And for a long time, that was true. But today's community college serves everyone, including students who are working, raising families, returning to school, or experiencing housing insecurity. Some of our students are couch surfing. Others are struggling to stay enrolled simply because they don't have a stable place to live. Student housing at LBCC is not about changing the character of our neighborhoods. It's about responding responsibly to the realities our students face. And we are not doing this work alone. I am proud to share that we'll be working with our longtime Long Beach College Promise partner, Cal State University Long Beach's University Housing and Residential Life, who will serve as our operator as we move forward with student housing. CSULB brings decades of experience. We are in the process of establishing an agreement that will allow us to draw on that expertise as our housing comes online. This is another example of how our partnership with CSULB continues to thrive. It is grounded in shared values, trust, and a commitment to student success from start to finish. This project was designed with care, with attention to community input, safety, traffic, and noise, and with clear focus on minimizing impacts while maximizing student success. Because when students have stability, they can focus on learning, completing their education, and entering the workforce, healthier, more whole, and ready to make a positive impact. And when students succeed, the entire community benefits. I also want to take a moment to just publicly thank Long Beach City College's Board of Trustees. As you know, they have been championing student housing as their #1 policy issue, at least since they hired me as president 5 years ago. And a lot of those efforts started with the Helping Homeless Folks before with the foundation. So I want to acknowledge the Board of Trustees again for their efforts. Can we give them a round of applause? Is that not just absolutely exciting? As we invest in the future of Long Beach City College, we are also intentional about honoring the legacy that brought us here. Last year, we honored 3 individuals whose impact reflects the values of this institution. We dedicated the Monty Nitzkowski Aquatic Center, recognizing a beloved LBCC swimming and water polo coach. We renamed our library the Bobby Smith Library after a true community trailblazer and LBCC's first African-American librarian. We created a new gathering space in honor of Professor Roger Van Hook, who taught at this college for nearly 40 years. His wife, Dr. Diane Van Hook, former president of College of the Canyons, is here with us today. Diane, thank you for being here. And I am proud to say that the Board of Trustees approved my proposal to name our new performing arts complex the Jenny Rivera Performing Arts Center, honoring the global music icon, Long Beach native, and LBCC alumna whose voice, resilience, and advocacy continues to inspire generations. When we shared this announcement publicly, it resonated far beyond our campus. This was the first LBCC social post to reach more than 1 million views, a powerful reminder of Jenny Rivera's enduring impact. These recognitions remind us that we stand on the shoulders of giants and we have a responsibility to continue their great work. Before I close, I want to share a story that captures why Long Beach City College does this work every single day. Many of you have heard the phrase student success. Edgar Rosales shows us what that really means. Edgar was a student at LBCC experiencing housing insecurity, and he had the courage to say it out loud. When I became superintendent president, one of the very first actions I took was to open up our parking lots for students experiencing housing insecurity so they could have a safe place to park. Because no student should have to choose between sleeping safely and pursuing a college education. That decision led to the creation of our Safe Parking program, a program that provides students living in their cars a safe, monitored place to park overnight, and with access to restrooms, showers, and most importantly, support. Edgar became part of our program. For Edgar, that parking lot wasn't just a place to sleep. It was stability, it was safety, and it was the difference between staying enrolled and dropping out. Instead of isolating himself, Edgar did something remarkable. He built a community and created VOLS, a club for students overcoming economic challenges on their way to greatness. At the same time, our basic needs team walked alongside him, connecting him to resources and helping him secure stable housing. Today, Edgar has a real roof over his head and a real pillow to place it on. Because Edgar was the first ever student brave enough to share his story with the press, it was featured in both the Washington Post and the Guardian, bringing national attention to the realities community college students face and to LBCC's Safe Parking program. Edgar was later selected to receive the National Courage Award, which came with a $25,000 grant he was allowed to give to any charity he wanted. And of course, drum roll please, he chose LBCC Foundation to support students with basic needs challenges. He's paying it forward in a way that will hopefully lead to more success stories like his. Edgar, would you please stand? I want you to feel this love, Edgar. This is your community. Edgar reminds us that community colleges are not just places where people earn degrees. They are places where people find dignity, where they find support, and where they are reminded that they matter. Edgar is not an exception. He is part of the LBCC legacy and the reason we do this work. Next year, Long Beach City College will celebrate 100 years. A century of serving this community, a century of economic mobility, a century of changing lives, and as we prepare for that milestone, it feels especially meaningful to stand here today together with you, the people, the ones we do it for, the ones we do it with. As I reflect on my 5th state of the college, I can say this with confidence. LBCC is strong, LBCC is trusted, and LBCC is ready for the next century. Thank you for your partnership in this mission, and thank you for believing in the power of community colleges. Before we close, I want to acknowledge something special many of you experienced earlier. Today is a special moment as we share Mariachi Los Vikingos de LBCC with many of you for the very first time. I want to recognize faculty advisor Angela Romero for teaching this inaugural group. Now I invite you, that's right, thank you, Angela. Now I invite you to join us outside for a festive reception catered by Lola's Mexican Cuisine as we enjoy the music once again as we continue the celebration. We're proud to feature this local favorite owned husband and wife team, Luis Navarro, who is the winner of the inaugural Long Beach Grand Prix Fixed Competition, and Brenda Navarro. As always, thank you everyone. And when I say LB, you say CC, LB? CC. Go LBCC, thank you.